Welcome to Study Loop.
Let's say this is our camp at this point. Joe's camp is at a distance of 21 meters, 23 degrees south of east. Hence, this would be Joe's camp. And Karl's camp would be at an angle of 37 degrees north of east and at a distance of 32 meters. This is Karl. We want to find the distance between Joe and Karl's tents. Now, let's say this vector is A and this vector B. Okay, so we can write down vector A as 32 cos 37 I cap plus 32 sine 37 j cap. Because it is in the first quadrant, it is straightforward, and it turns out to be 25.6 I hat plus 19.26 j hat. And whereas for vector B, its x component is positive but y component is negative, and it makes 23 degrees with the x-axis, and hence its x component would be 21 divided by cos 23 degrees, which is 21 cos 23 I hat, and the y component would be 21 sine 23 j hat, but because it is in the downward direction, it would be negative. And this turns out to be 19.3 I hat minus 8.2 j hat. Now, we know that if this is vector A and this is vector B, we know that this would be the vector A minus B. Hence, we write down the vector A minus B. By using component-wise subtraction, we can write it as 25.6 minus 19.3 I cap plus 19.26 minus 8.2 j hat, which turns out to be 6.3 I hat plus 27.9 j hat. Now we simply find the magnitude of this vector to find the distance between them. And voila, the magnitude of this vector is simply the square root of the sums of the squares of the components, which is 6.3 squared plus 27.9 squared, which is 28.2 meters. Hence, this is the distance between Joe and Karl's tents.